I think people look to America because certainly from the multifamily residential perspective, that's a long-established market. Talking to our colleagues in the US, they see certainly the UK market as being how the US was 25 years ago. In terms of lessons you can learn from the US, I think systems and operating platforms and understanding how you can create a service offer. Quite often what you see in the student housing already, if you think about student housing, how that's evolved over the last 10 years or so, you've changed from Victorian terraced houses split up into rooms with central heating that didn't work and windows that let the draft in, to lovely purpose-built modern blocks with super fast broadband and washing machines and a nice smiley person on the front desk. And I think what you're looking and we're seeing in coming across in the US is that service offer. And people talk about ancillary services and what else you can add into your residential offer to make it more attractive to your customer base. And you look at the US, and apparently the big thing at the moment is dog washing stations. Now, I don't think dog washing stations are going to be on any investor's first list at the moment. But there are certain areas of offer that you're looking to bring forward that actually would differentiate you as a service offer to the buy-to-let landlord, the modern flat in a for sale development. Just really simple things like actually having a building manager. And I use this when I'm talking to potential investors. You go into a modern for sale block, you'll have a security guard on the front desk who's probably worrying about what's going on at home and playing Angry Birds on his phone. Whereas you go into our building, you have a building manager who's there, who's probably been also the person who checked you into the property, who actually will say, oh, I've got a parcel for you, or, oh, you had a leaky tap, have I had that fixed for you? So it's someone who you interact with, who's also a representative of the landlord. So it's creating this service offer. And I think that's what we're starting to draw across from the US, and indeed the use of technology for marketing and also for data collection. In the US, you can tell what the rents are in pretty much all your competition. The moment you go onto Rightmove or Zoop or whatever else, that will start to come through across, and I think that will be key to institutional investors seeing the credibility of this market going forward. So those, I think, are important. In terms of student housing, I need to defer to probably those who are sitting on my right who have far greater knowledge than I, but just at the highest level, that market's already evolved. You see the very established UK market. You're starting to see the creation of these purpose-built blocks across continental Europe now. We were just talking earlier, we're looking at something in Copenhagen at the moment, which is a brand new purpose-built designed student halls in Copenhagen. And I think that's where we'll see these markets evolving. And, I don't say the UK leads and Europe follows, but in this instance, that maybe that's the case.
Student housing by its nature is always granular, and you always have to take into account kind of the local aspects when it comes to the kind of halls that you're developing, halls that you're building. I wouldn't go as far as saying that we're just learning from the mature markets. I'd say that there's the free flow of ideas throughout markets where things have been proven. So good examples of that would be the student hotel in the Netherlands, which is creating kind of a really different kind of product, partially as a result of having to get around a point system, but also just as an experience it's just an exciting place for students to live and study. But we also see that if developer operators are brave enough and go into a new market and really believe in their product and want to place it in a different category, developers such as IC, then they can really kind of move rents on and really create a higher price banding, but you've got to be quite brave to be able to do that.